All right. So we are session 54 into Descent into Fernia. Who would like to give a recap?
Have a momentary respite from the body horror as we are most likely temporarily healed of it. This much I recall. I have my arm back and it's sparkly now. That's cool.
Yeah.
Trebek got his tongue back.
Oh yeah, Trebek was real fucked up.
He's body horroring Alex Trebek, like the asshole. What the hell, man?
Yeah, that's a whole thing too. We read it. There was an NPC in this module, like a little minor character whose name was similar to Trebek, and we kept mispronouncing it. And then Alex Trebek died, and the whole thing is set in hell.
Okay.
So we decided that obviously this must be fate.
He did warn me about Trebek, yes.
Are you playing Trebek?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Actually, I'm kind of blanking on what happened last session. I remember like we went to see, we were looking for a Coatl who is a celestial, who's for some reason like guarding a complex of demon bones in Fernia. We convinced him to go off and help Lord Marktaros, Alistair Marktaros. And he reversed a bunch of problems that we had, body horror-ish problems that we had been trying to get rid of for a while. And he also gave us angel blood, or at least celestial blood that we need for a ritual, I think to help get a crown. I wasn't there for this session with the prophecy of the crown, but so I believe that was it.
Mhm.
And then we got back to our vehicle and we were driving along. And then I forget what it was exactly. We saw like a giant structure or like a half-buried giant or something.
Well,
It
yeah,
seemed to be
I actually
Monstrous
just
kind,
I actually just watched it this morning because Hawk told me to, your last episode. So yeah, the Coatl picked you up and flew you out there, and then
Right.
you saw the big robots, and then you guys started climbing up, and then the feed got cut because I guess you guys lost internet. So that's where I
I
stopped.
lost internet.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's some
Yeah, that
kind of
was-
door.
I mean,
yes.
Right. We didn't make it too much further than that. We like climbed up the giant robot and we were trying to find our way in, and we were thinking of plans to get them to come, these creatures that were inside to come out.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of ended shortly after we lost the feed.
Okay.
I have a lot of math about how far I can jump written down. And I think when the internet got cut out, we found something and got out of hell. I think pretty much the campaign had ended. But we decided that
Lux jumped us all the way the fuck out. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You made your quantum leap.
Mhm.
But I think we're still at the robot.
Yeah. So you guys are on top of the Warforged Colossus head. So what had just happened was Trebek had used his wings to fly to try and see if he could see through the eyes of the construct, and he was able to see that there was a platform and very like sharp pointed crystals facing out. On top and you also notice that along the climb of the construct there were these kind of carvings into the stone / metal, because it's kind of a composite material of the Colossus, and some of them were actually kind of booby trapped to make a loud sound that would alert whoever might be around. So you guys were able to navigate around those particular handholds. And then on top of the head, you found a hatch that somebody had seen that there's like pieces of a crystal, and there was a spot where a crystal could go, which the branded one was then able to use his arcane knowledge to kind of sense the magic, and understood that dragon shard crystal that was properly attuned could probably open the hatch. And you guys do have a dragon shard, although it's one that I believe Tony is using to enhance his martial attacks. And attuning the dragon shard in this way would destroy that magic, and so it would no longer function as the +1 to magic items that it's bonded to. Additionally, Kurt, the branded one, was able to identify that there were carvings around the hatch that seemed to indicate a riddle in Terran, which I am going to send that to you now.
Oh, yeah, forgot. I remembered that I knew Terran.
Yeah.
Like it's like that. Have you ever seen the movie Bedazzled?
No, I think I remember it.
Oh, there's a scene where he wakes up and he just starts speaking Spanish. He's like, wait, I speak Spanish, and he's speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
And everybody's looking at him like he's like confused, like he's drunk or gone mad. Speak Terran?
And then, which reminds me, there's also another carving next to the hatch, which I'll draw for you guys. Okay, so all right, so the carving looks like this.
It's a rooster. Oh, wait.
Right, it's Chick-fil-A logo. It's what I was thinking too.
Is that all of it?
That's it, and that's next to the hatch. And the branded one, you can see that when you're sensing the magic of the hatch, there's kind of new magic that's been intertwined that links the hatch to this thing. And you suspect, because of the position of the Terran, it's kind of written in runes around the image.
Hmm. Oh, you posted that. I didn't see the riddle. It's in chat.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Well, starting it, I can say, luckily, Tony is the master of riddles.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, I can't read it, so I don't know what to tell you. Does the shape look familiar to anything? Like reminiscence of something we can figure out? Some frilled creature, perhaps, or
if you are, I mean, it's a very, it would be a very vague thing. If you are proficient in Arcana or History, I would allow it, but even then, because it's such a vague and would be a specialized area of study, you'll have a 1d4 penalty to the check.
Okay.
I do know history. Check something here. What's all that?
If you're proficient in Arcana and History, then you don't have the penalty.
I think I'm the only one proficient in Arcana, and I'm not proficient in History.
Yeah, I have history, but not Arcana. Checking something here. There it is. Insight, investigation, or perception, not history. Okay, all right. Rolling. Not horrendous, but oh, minus D4, huh?
Yeah.
No roll.
Okay.
You did the same thing.
Yep.
By our now knowledge combined.
We know nothing. The grandmasters have met and just concluded.
Yeah, it's something that is I will say you're at least for the branded one, with your understanding of the Terran language, you do know that this definitely has something to do with some kind of elementally based creature.
Zorn.
Terran, obviously, with some connection to earth elementals of some sort.
Right. My first actual thought, just as a player, not as a character, was, oh, it's got 3 Zorn-like feet. So, but my character would not necessarily know what a Zorn was. So I will say, I don't know how to interpret all of the sigils or exactly what the central design means, although it's probably related to an earth elemental type creature. The primordial is a riddle that reads, in the space where the eye sits must go that which is ours. 50 soldiers posted upright along a crimson crater. If plucked from their place, they are soon replaced. Even the most well-organized crumble under their force. And then I will post that. People can see it. I'm not sure what the riddle's answer might be.
Something. It almost sounds like we have to stack something. Presumably something we would carry with us.
But what would we stack? What are the soldiers upright along a crimson road?
Crimson Crater.
Yeah, crimson crater, sorry.
Crimson Crater.
Is it these eyelashes that the creatures have?
Presumably something here would be like an eye, or the space where the eye would be. "50 soldiers posted upright along a crimson crater." Some, I don't know. I'm not sure. Some well-organized stack of something, so that if you were pick one, another falls into its place. It's my first instinct.
Well, going with what Blade said, eyelashes does fit some of the clues. If you pluck an eyelash, it will soon regrow. Still not sure what the Crimson Crater exactly refers to in that regard.
An empty eye socket.
That could be.
So we need to
One
give
of
it an
the-
eye.
Kurt, I just sent you a message.
When do you take out eyelash, put it on sigil?
Or an eye. Perhaps we could draw one in. Anybody got any chalk or something? Some soft rock we can draw with.
I can scratch something in with my dagger. But can't do much better than that. Unless we are able to score the surface with one of the rocks from the surface.
I am quite sure we are all filthy enough to simply use some water and the grime on us to draw an eye.
I mean, let's try the eyelashes thing. I'm just like try and pluck out some eyelashes
Okay.
See,
and just like
you
sprinkle
pointed
them
out,
over.
yeah, you pointed out that the Crimson Crater could be an empty eye socket.
Uh-huh.
And now, again, from a player's perspective and knowing Mike, I'm wondering if one of us has to pluck out our eye, then rip out our eyelashes.
Right.
But yeah, let's definitely try the eyelashes first.
Let's not get hasty now.
So Ewan, how do you put the eyelash, what do you do with the eyelashes after you pluck them from your face?
I don't know. I just kind of like fucking like sprinkle them over whatever I could get.
From like, so you're taking eyelashes and you're sprinkling them from like shoulder height and hoping they just
No, I
land?
figured I don't imagine we're standing up this on top of this thing. I remember it being kind of wonky.
Yeah, you're kind of leaned a little bit, or like to a degree, but
I would just kind of like a few inches above the surface.
okay. So you do that and you wait for a few moments and you see that nothing is happening.
Definitely, I feel like it wants an eye.
Oh, and that's right. I remember now, because of the way that the head meets the shoulders, you can stand there, but you have to kind of pin yourself, like
Right.
prop yourself between the shoulder and the head, kind of like standing on a corner or something.
In the
So
space where
I'll
the eye-
remind you, before anybody starts deciding it's appropriate to pluck an eye and see if that works, you do have the dragon shard that you can reattune.
I'm not stopping Ewan from taking his eye out.
It
And the space where
So I
the eye
guess-
sits must go that which is ours. We have to figure out what they claim. Clearly.
I think eyelashes is as plausible an answer as anything, as it the plucked reference makes sense with that. Perhaps, I mean, assuming the eye is one of the two, I take the three things on circling it to be some sort of paw print for some kind of creature. So the eye would either be the large semicircle or the little circle beneath it. I would tend to think maybe it's the little circle beneath it, but you never know with elementals what shape their eyes might be. So perhaps we should pluck eyelashes and arrange 50 of them around the circle.
What if a wind blows?
I will remind you, you guys are in the heat of Fernia right now, so you're all sweating pretty profusely at this point.
But I have no armor on.
Yeah, but you're still in like another 30 minutes, you guys are gonna start having to make checks for heat exhaustion.
I got my shawl on. It's cold.
Yeah, Lux runs hot.
well, I do not have eyelashes to give, unfortunately. I was not built with any. So I will watch all of you pluck your own eyelashes. Or I
Okay.
can help you pluck eyelashes if you want razor sharp precision.
No razors, please. Yeah, I mean, we could try and pull out some eyelashes here.
I think that's our best bet at this point.
All right, so however you guys decide to devise it, you start plucking out your eyelashes. Tiny pin pricks around each of your eyes.
Yeah,
Um,
worse, I'm trying to do the lower ones because like you said, we're sweating and like sweat rolling into our eyes because we don't have eyelashes would be unfun.
Vegnog is quite amused watching everybody just pluck out their eyelashes.
I push Vegnog off of the giant metal.
He just glides away.
Does Lux contribute any eyelashes to this endeavor?
Let's see. Good question.
Lux, we need your eyelashes here. We
Um,
only get so
Gotta
many.
ante up.
I've got 3 to give. That's all I got left.
He's got alopecia.
I
So
mean, I feel like Trebek's got a full thick set of eyelashes.
oh yeah, and he's happy to contribute. So after you guys take a few minutes to gather up your eyelashes and place them in around the shape that you believe to be the eye, you wait a few moments and nothing happens. And the branded one, you notice that there's no change in the magical connections between the door and the runes.
Bastards.
Everybody give me an insight check.
Damn, +7.
Average.
And
Okay. Lux, I'm about to send you a message.
Damn.
Sorry, it's taking so long to introduce your character, Frank.
yeah. Doors are the things that always get you.
Well, you didn't.
Oh, you're muted, Frank.
Yeah, no problem. I'm enjoying the story.
He's the eyelash merchant. About to
Yes,
show up.
yeah.
I guess I got that one. Figured that one out.
Or he's a Zorn. He's playing a Zorn, and all you have to do is put one of each foot into these things.
Okay, sent.
Hmm. It's got to be something harder than eyelashes,
What do you mean harder?
because it will crumble under their force. Maybe beard hair.
Maybe it's time for the luminous tubes to shine.
Oh, Tony, please explain your luminous tubes to Frank.
Yeah, I only watched online. I couldn't really figure out what those were.
I now have a cantrip called luminous tubes. It's basically
Okay.
the light cantrip on my chest hair.
Fantastic.
I don't recall specifically like why it stuck like that, but it did, and I will use them.
Fantastic. Yeah, I love it.
I was like, what's another good word for like just like chest hair or whatever? And that was just the one. That's the one that came to mind.
So you attempt to pluck a few of your luminous tubes as they're illuminating tube-like.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll put some down.
Okay. After a moment, nothing changes.
Ewan, weren't you supposed to be good one at riddles?
Never said that. What do you mean?
It was technically Zarius. So what would be hard, but yet also easily replaced?
Teeth in certain animals.
Anybody got any shark teeth?
50 of them.
I mean, an earthy type of elemental, like some sort of rock or gemstones, perhaps.
I mean, it could, I suppose, if you imagine that teeth can regrow, it could be some sort of the teeth of some sort of earth elemental that surround its mouth, that being the Crimson Crater, assuming the inside of its mouth is red. That said, that seems to require we find that sort of creature. And I don't know where to do that in Fernia.
Does this thing just like not have eyes or something? I don't know what it. My character doesn't know what a Zorn is, so 3 legs, big mouth in the place of the eye. Or it doesn't
Well,
have an
but
eye,
Earth-
as far as I know.
Earth elementals do tend to move through the ground, and so, you know, perhaps that's the reference to most things crumbling under the force of the creature's teeth as it digs its way through like a worm. But I am vaguely aware there is some sort of earth elemental that has 3 feet, which seems to match the position of these pads around the drawing. I don't know that much about it, however, and I don't know where we would find it here.
Yeah, I mean, I
Could
don't
go
know.
could go hunting for one.
Yeah, I mean, we just go kill something and take its teeth. I mean, does it need actual elemental teeth, or can we just use facsimiles?
I don't know what the facsimiles would even look like.
I don't know. We got some gold coins or something.
Anybody with an are proficient in Arcana can give me a skill check. Is there anybody else proficient in Arcana, or is it just branded one? Okay.
It's Trebek.
No, I doubt it. So, Kurt, that's good enough. So you know that oftentimes with magic, things can, in terms of components for spells and things that allow for magical effects to happen, sometimes it requires the actual physical thing. Other times it's more symbolic. And so symbolic adjacent things could potentially achieve a similar effect.
So I will share that and then ask for people to donate 50 teeth.
Yeah, as I was saying, like, what do we go kill to go get teeth?
Well, that's a better idea than plucking our own teeth. I should definitely try that first.
Definitely. Maybe if we can get whatever's inside this thing to come out, we can use his.
Tell him to close the door as he comes
Right.
out.
Everybody give me an insight check.
How's Trebek's teeth look?
Pristine, gleaming
Nice.
since his angelic transformation.
Oh,
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, his,
hell?
whole, his whole mouth was reworked, man.
he's got angel teeth. Oh, definitely work.
All right.
Silver tongue.
Um,
Actual literal silver tongue.
all right. Ewan, I'm sending you a message.
Sure. Again, maybe we could just draw in the teeth. I don't know.
With what?
Fucking rock. I don't know. A soft rock. I'm more of a hard rock man myself, but
I'm more of a heavy metal guy.
Blade didn't
Literally.
have to give up any eyelashes. Does Blade have teeth?
Blade does not have teeth. Since he doesn't need to eat.
All right, sent, Tony.
that doesn't make me feel better.
It's not meant to make you feel better. It's meant to make you more understanding.
It's not, there's no understanding. They have to pull one of their teeth every turn? Like every time they come here, what the fuck? Oh, they grow back though.
I'll bet you if we go to the Wandering Emporium, they'll have Zord teeth.
Most likely. Most likely.
Well, we could capture one of those creatures. Isn't there one like If we could make our way to one of the eye sockets, I mean, I guess we'd be in already. But we could scale down and wait near ladder and jump creature, take its teeth, and then enter.
Well, that
Well,
does require it coming out. We
Here's
don't know how long that's going to take.
here's another thing. We don't need this thing right now.
I was thinking that perhaps we'll stumble upon a Zorn, I suppose.
It might not care whose teeth it is, but I'm pretty sure it's teeth. Like, but at this point,
So
But-
maybe we should go back to the maze of bones, because there's got to be lots of teeth just built into the wall.
yeah, that one we were flown away from at breakneck fucking speed.
That's right. No, the koala flies back.
Going above
Someone,
Mach
right,
speed.
someone said they forgot their glasses, and then we have to go back. But the
I mean,
koala is waiting for us, and we'll leave if we're not back very soon.
Anybody want to take a punch? Pretty sure I could knock somebody's teeth out. It will hurt. Or again, like I said, we don't need this thing right now. We have a pretty good idea as to where it's at.
It
We
is
can-
a long detour to come back here, though.
I mean, I don't know. Everybody check your fucking pockets. Maybe you have teeth on you.
That's true. Lux was collecting a lot of souvenirs.
It's,
You're unmuted, Peter.
I kind of feel like if Brendan's character was here, he'd have like a sack
yeah.
full of teeth,
right,
but
definitely. And he wouldn't give them up either.
Well, if it were Dr. Sheev, I don't know about Project Ezreal. He was kind of a wild card, even by Brendan's standards.
He was all about the blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I do agree we could find teeth somewhere else later in return.
It might be
don't
our best
think we
bet
should-
right now.
I agree. I don't think we should hold ourselves up for too long, since we have a time commitment if we wish to maintain. Shoot, what's the hell is that name?
It pops a ploddle.
Hip hop supplemental.
Hip Hop Anonymous.
If we wish to maintain hip hop supplementals. Help.
And I think we do want his help, her help.
did the that what was it? Joiner? What is whatever that diamond gem was or something we got? Did that disintegrate?
It broke into shards.
Do we still have the? Because I have it says fragments, Joiner fragments from Solomon.
So I reach into a belt pouch and produce the shards of Coinier if Lux asks about them.
Yeah, that too.
You mean these? What do you want to do with these?
We could try them.
So I will lean down and begin to place them into the circle, around the circle.
Do you have anything? Because part of it might, in order to hold the magic, it needs to be a larger object. So do you have anything like mending or any sort of ability to maybe rejoin the fragments into a whole?
So I don't have mending, but I mean, I do have an action point. I can swap out a cantrip with an action point.
I'll allow that.
Okay, so I will do that and begin fusing together all the tiny shards.
Give me a
Okay, give you what?
dexterity check to see how well that you can put these things together and hold them in place to bind them.
I am so glad that this is not Solomon with his
Okay.
-3 to dexterity checks.
Oh yeah, he was even more clumsy than he was dumb.
Dumb. Yep.
Yeah, okay, so it takes a few minutes, but you're able to cobble together a gem large enough, and given the nature of Cloynier, you could probably attune this gem similar to how you would reattune the dragon shard that Ewan possesses. It will take magic of equivalent to a 3rd level spell slot.
And how long will it take?
I would say it would only take a few minutes.
Okay, so how much time do we have before we think Ipopsipalato leaves us behind?
So, I mean, you guys have figured, like, if you think about like the trip, you were expecting to be able to get into this thing, I guess, and explore inside. And if you think about how long it's taking you to get up here, it's probably been about 20 minutes or so. So, I mean, do with that what you will. It's Popsipalato didn't seem too thrilled about just kind of waiting around. So there's always a chance that he may have already left. But yeah.
Wouldn't we be able to see him?
Yeah, you'd probably notice if he had left. He doesn't seem to have left yet, but
So I'll explain to everyone this will take a couple minutes, and then I'll begin trying to attune this thing to the lock.
okay. So after a few minutes, do you want to describe what it looks like? What you imagine it looks like?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that Cloynier would sort of begin glowing green at first, and the symbol beneath me would begin glowing red, and there'd be a slow process of the two kind of changing color to match one another in little increments where I've got to sort of switch back and forth as I, as things sort of try to deviate naturally, and I've got to correct them.
So after a few moments of that, you can hear a click, and there is a change in the door where you can see a panel is pushed back, revealing a lever or kind of like a wheel that can be turned to unlatch the door.
So is everyone ready? These things may come rushing out and attack us if I turn this wheel.
Do what we gotta do.
I'll turn the wheel.
Okay. So it is a bit difficult to turn at first because you can see that there are some spots where it's kind of rusty, but you are able to turn it. It does make quite a bit of noise as the metal screeches against metal and stone. But you do open it and you see down below the Let me just stop that. So you do see immediately below you a kind of rusty metal floor. The only light that is streaming in seems to be coming from towards the front of the head, and it's all kind of the light is tinted a deep crimson. You don't see, if you poke your head in, you don't see or notice any creatures with it.
Vagabond is going to pipe up. Can see if I can scout the head.
If you're sure.
It is. I am more sure about myself than anyone here, besides maybe Lux. Unless Lux wishes to go.
If
Be
you're trying to
my-
be
Be my
quiet,
guest.
sure. Go ahead.
So Vegnog is going to try to sneak in and get a closer look at what the source of the glow is.
So as you enter the head, the source of the glow is two things. First, the where the eyes are, you can see that they're clear lenses that you can actually look through. And those appear to be tinted red, but even more so, you see two tripods that are set up with some kind of canister attached to the top of the tripods, and each of them ends in a really jagged crystal structure and both of them are pointed at these lenses. You can see that they're fairly mobile, and actually, let's change the scenery a bit. And only Begnut or Blade is in there, right?
Yep.
I see a black square.
Yeah. No, nobody should see anything, right? Just
Oh wait, I see him now.
and then on towards the back of the head, you see a large door that you assume goes into the chest where the head is connected.
Okay. So is that's this door?
Yeah.
And which door did we come out of?
So if you move your token, you'll notice on the floor
Oh,
there's
okay, yeah,
that represents the hatch in the ceiling.
gotcha. Can I see what these machines are hooked up to? Like I see these cables. Do they look like they're attached to some sort of power source?
So what you see is so you do notice that there's two things of interest in addition to these canisters. So and on either side of you there are rune circles embedded in the floor and traced in as carvings deep into the metal of the floor. And in the center of those are cables rising from the floor, which attach both to the tripods as well as to the central platform. And the platform which sits between the two tripods also has a series of rune circles carved into it. So
Vegnar will murmur to himself, it must be some sort of weapon and mechanism to trigger it or aim it.
you
And
also do, in addition to that, you do see that there are signs of damage. At least one of the cables has been severed. There are what appear to be blast marks within this space, as well as what appears to be dried blood.
Yeah, he's not a medical robot, so he probably wouldn't be able to take like a sample to see how long it's been dried. Does Yeah, I guess, is there any indication of like how, the dried blood is the dried blood, but do the blast marks seem fresh? Do they look like smudged? Trying to get a sense of like how long ago whatever happened in this room might have happened.
Give me an investigation check. So you would guess that at least the blast marks, those seem to be quite old. The blood, though, there are places that you notice where it's not so dry.
I guess Vegnog can't smell it, so what Vegnog will do is after he's gonna take a closer look at these two floating tripods, further examining them, and then he's gonna move to the back door that leads to the chest and kind of assess the locking mechanism to see if it like opens easily. So he's gonna try to like open it and see if he can even like move the lever or if it's stuck.
All right, so first with the tripods, when you go and examine them, you notice that if you were to move them, they seem to be connected. So moving one also moves the other in the same way. So they really do seem to track within the lenses as if they're like eyes. And so that's one piece of potential interest. Other than that, there's not a whole lot that you can get from those just by looking at them and kind of playing around with them. With regards to the door, as you look at it and examine it, you feel like you could open it fairly easily.
Okay. So Vegnog will return, and he'll like open up the hatch that he came out of and be like, the coast is clear. There is no one in here. There is a door to what I assume to be chest cavity. But we should be safe to enter this room.
Pretty sure we saw somebody in here, but all right.
Perhaps they
is-
retreated.
There are signs of conflict. Blast marks that appear quite old, and some dried blood, and some that is still fresh.
let's get moving.
Yeah, Vegnog will make his way, get out of the way so everyone else can come through.
Okay. So I will put people's game pieces in there. And I will also share screen so that everybody can see what's going on. So these are the tripods that were described. This is the platform. These are the places where the cables connect into the floor. This is the hatch that you guys just came down from, and this is the door.
And the eyes would be like up here.
Yes.
Got it. Brad, this might be a control center.
Oh, almost forgot. We need Trebek. Who is going to be controlling Trebek today?
I usually do, so I will again.
I think we all have control over him. So
Yeah, anybody can grab him at any point.
So I'm going to check out the pink symbol in between the eyes.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check. Okay. So the symbol seems to be a connection that would be created to the mind of a creature standing over it. You don't know exactly what the connection would entail, but given that the platform is directly connected to the tripods, as well as the wires going down into the floor, you would assume that it has something to do with that.
I think this platform has something to do with controlling perhaps the entire creature, or perhaps just whatever these objects are that are pointing out of its eyes.
Would be. It is possible.
It's not clear that it's safe to simply try to start controlling it, or that it's in good enough repair that we could. We should probably probe the rest of the creature's superstructure before we try simply hopping in and moving it, digging it out.
it looks like this wire's cut.
Yep.
Yes, there was conflict. You see blessed marks, and he kind of gestures towards them, and the wire has been severed. Let us
That will
move.
probably have to be repaired then.
Let us move through this shell together.
Yeah, I'll start looking at this door.
Okay.
I don't suppose that seems like it's rigged with anything. Noisemakers or anything.
You gave me an investigation check if you want.
I sure do. Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be rigged with anything that you can see.
Cool. Looks clear. See if I can open it.
You can.
I open it.
Okay. As you open it, something happens.
Of course. That's why I opened it.
Like 1d6 body horrors. Go.
Whiplash damage.
Um,
Has he told you about the whiplash damage?
No.
Oh,
So-
see, it's this impossibly strong type of damage. You can't resist it ever.
I use it one time in a previous campaign. So immediately you are struck by a stone right in the chest,
Jesus,
Uh,
what the hell? 12
knocking
damage?
knocking the breath from you. And
That only got rid of my temporary hit points. What do you mean?
then yeah, but you weren't prepared for it. So everybody roll initiative while the scene changes slightly.
Look, I get hit and I look up like, you motherfucker. Don't forget, click on your. Oh, you're not in the combat, I guess. Maybe. I don't know.
No, not yet.
There we go.
So you guys,
Uh,
you guys are here, the door is open, but it leads into this room. So when you need to move, you can do so. You can see that the light filters into the room a bit. You can't really see very well beyond, but you do see this creature standing large in front of Ewan, and this is what it appears.
But don't you recall? This thing lasts for an hour.
What thing?
My
Luminous
luminous
tubes.
tubes.
Oh, you did cast that, didn't you? So hold on.
Hey, look at the Zorn. Oh, there is an eye there. Yeah, yeah. I don't remember the.
Hey, why
I can
is it
never
not
remember
showing?
where the eye is. It's just dumb.
There it is.
It's just a dumb creature.
now that makes sense.
Yeah, so and this was the eye, that was the mouth. You guys got on the right track with the teeth, and I thought it was an interesting thing because these things eat gemstones, and so the most well-organized thing being diamond. Even diamond can't stand up to their teeth. So I thought it was a clever Zorn-centric riddle.
I did mention I mentioned the gemstones.
But all right, so let me get your luminous tubes activated then.
Uh-oh.
Who did we lose? Peter.
I think you need to start the tracker.
Yeah, I'll do that in a second.
Zorns are just weird.
See, when you said Zorn, I was thinking Gorn. They're not the same thing.
They have a magic card now. It's actually a pretty good card.
The Zorn or the Gorn?
The Zorn.
And also Ewan, you notice the one standing in front of you seems to be slightly larger, and it has an interesting leather wrapped around it and it seems to have a buckle with a face on it. Where's the tracker? That's where it is. Okay. So go ahead and roll initiative.
We did.
I think I got some good.
Oh,
We did great too.
why
Yeah, I
didn't
didn't.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you got above average, all right?
Okay, I'll put him in.
No, see, you're thinking of Solomon. I have +5 to my initiative.
Oh yeah, yeah. I happen to roll it with advantage, so
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
now they're all there.
hey, there they go.
It just took a minute.
Okay, wait, what?
Why am I in there twice? Maybe you added me.
Yeah, I don't know how, it's not letting me take you out.
It's running slow for some reason. I'm sure we could skip the 0 me. The 12 is what I rolled.
Okay, let me just make sure Peter's not in the waiting room. Yeah, I don't know where Peter went. All right, so is everybody's initiative in there? And then we need the Zorn. So.
Nice, you kept the, oh, never mind.
Born badass.
All right, so Blade is up, Lux on deck, Ewan in the hole.
Blade is going to. Well, he's gonna pull out the shield of the hidden lord. And pull it out as well as in one arm, and then with his extend his what is it called? The sword of the destroyer. So it unsheaths from his arm, and he moves to go inside the path with shield up to block off any additional stones. And kind
Okay.
of like
So are you donning your shield? That's an action.
Yeah, I guess sure, because I imagine that he had his shield on his back, so like
Okay.
in general he has it on his back, so he's gonna like pull it out,
Okay,
so
Yeah,
that
so-
pulling it out is an action.
yeah.
Okay.
And then I think unsheathing your sword is a bonus action, is that right? Sheathing
It's
and
usually as
unsheathing.
part of your action.
Or,
It says part of a move or that it's
Oh,
as
yeah,
part of a
but-
move.
okay, I was thinking about something else. Yeah, so then so you still have a bonus action left and a move action.
Bonus action.
And one thing that you also see looking in, there are these two creatures here. This one has flipped the table and is using it for cover. You also see that there are piles of what appear to be broken statues around, as well as entrails and blood, and you can see that this is kind of being used as some kind of living area.
I don't suppose I could use insightful fighting at this juncture to try to make a sneak attack work.
Not
Like,
yet. You
could
need
I
to have observed them
them?
fighting, at least for a round.
All right. In that case, I'm
No,
gonna
you know what? Screw
use-
that. I would say that you could get some information just based on how they look and how they're holding themselves. So I would say you can use it.
Okay, then I'm gonna roll an insight check.
Okay. Yeah, easily. You get it. So you activate.
They
your
look so
insightful fighting.
charismatic.
All right, so yeah, Vegnog, or not Vegnog, Blade rushes in with the shield. And he sees that they're kind of skittish. And they tend to like ranged weapons, and he smirks, knowing what to do next. And that'll be his turn. But he will move, like, is there room to move out of the way? Or is like the hallway so big that like Blade takes
So
up?
it's a 15-foot wide corridor. So
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so you can. Do you want to move into the room, or do you want to stay out?
I think I'd move in. Yeah, I'd move in and get out of the way in case for other people.
Okay, so I'll put you here, and then you can move where you want to.
Yeah,
So
he's
I'm
gonna move
10 feet there.
But he's gonna kind of take cover behind this table.
So the table's actually being used to provide this guy with cover because he flipped it next to him.
So I can sit on the other side of that table.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to do?
No, that's it for me.
All right. Lux, you're up. You and on deck. Zorn badass in the hole.
Yep. Where's the door?
Right in front of you. So you are effectively able to see all of this stuff.
Okay.
And so if you wanted to use your ranged weapon, or if you wanted to come in, you could do that. Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't roll initiative for Trebek.
That's okay. Well,
Can I see the guy to my left if I step inside the door, like in the doorway?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see him from standing right there where you are.
Right. And he doesn't have cover. Or does he? No, that other guy does.
This guy has some cover, and I'm gonna mark it on him so that you guys can see that he's the one with some cover.
I'll step in and I'm going to shoot a couple arrows at that guy on the left.
Okay. It's a hit.
All right. Ooh.
That is a miss.
Okay. And I will step back to the side.
So are your arrows special arrows at all?
No, I just shot regular
Okay.
arrows.
So the skin of the creature seems to be incredibly tough. Your arrows kind of break off of it. It does leave a mark, but it doesn't seem to be as effective as you would have hoped.
All right.
So you still have a bonus action if you want to use it.
I'm going to activate my ring of jumping.
Okay. All right, anything else you want to do, or is that the end of your turn?
I'm just gonna let the branded, I don't know if the branded one in Trebek can see. I'm just gonna tell them there's 3 in the room and kind of quickly point to like gesture where they are, like one straight on, one to the left, one to the right, who's got cover.
Okay.
Are we certain they're hostile? Oh, I guess he just shot one, so. Feel
Although
bad,
this
Frank came here to get away from murder hobos. What do? We immediately break into their house and start shooting at them.
To
He
be
threw a
fair,
rock at me.
yeah, they threw a rock, and Ewan, as you look down, it's not just a rock; it's the head of a stone statue.
But we broke into their house first.
Yeah.
So,
It's home invasion. Yeah, technically.
It's hell, all bets are off.
It's true. Ewan is up. Zorn badass on deck. Zorn in the hole.
Well, Zorn Badass is about to get hit. I assume that's the one that threw a rock at me.
No, that would be this one.
Okay. Well. Yeah, but Zorn Badass just sounds like a better target for me to punch at. So, what's this thing in front of me? Do I have to step around it?
Yeah, it's not something you can step on.
Okay. Then I shall do so. I shall approach this son of a bitch here. And because he hasn't gone yet in the initiative for this first round only, I have advantage against him.
Okay.
Remember like at the beginning before we started recording, I rolled that attack hit. And I got that
Yeah,
natural
no.
20.
You can't claim a preemptive crit.
I was doing that for you. All right. I will punch because that's what I do. Punch.
All right, that's a miss.
And I just hit him again. Or try and hit him again. I think I do.
Yeah, that one's a miss. That one's a hit.
Cool.
And
Perfect.
as you punch it's like striking metal. His hide is incredibly tough, and it doesn't seem to be quite as effective as you would hope.
Despite the magically empowered fists.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
Perhaps something harder than their skin would be more effective.
My fist is pretty strong, pretty hard. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Clear-
personal
clear-
attack right there.
Right.
Clearly not as hard as he thought.
Wow.
I'm just gonna
Doing
brace
a-
up, get some temporary hit points here.
Okay.
Get ready for this fight. I get 15 of them.
All right. So now Zorn Badass is up, and it's gonna return volley. So it can make 3 claw attacks in 1 bite. So first claw attack. It's a miss, I assume. Second, 17.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, so you take 6 slashing. 16 hit.
16 is my AC. Okay.
So another 9 slashing, and then it goes in for a bite.
Of course.
And that does 17 piercing. So a barrage of fangs and claws strike at you, cutting into your flesh. That's all it's going to do for its turn. And then next are the Zorn. This one, it's going to tag team with the badass. So he also makes 3 and 1.
They got
So
pack tactics, so they get advantage, right?
thankfully they do not.
Oh,
So first attack. Uh-oh. Let's see if it's confirmed.
Fuck out of here.
Oh. All right. Now let's roll.
Only
on
you
the-
were wearing Solomon's armor would be the
Let's roll the D100, 16. Okay, so that's not too bad. So let's see what the chart says.
So it's no level up.
I only lose 3 fingers.
So 16, you're pushed back 10 feet and not knocked prone. And that does provoke attacks of opportunity. So
So
you're
he's flung back into the room.
but they
Yeah.
have Sentinel.
so he, because of his thing, he actually like throws you back here. So you're not prone there. So you don't get an attack of opportunity from him, but he does get an attack of opportunity. And you also took double max damage, which is 9, so 18 damage from that. And then, so that was his first attack. After seeing how scrawny you are, he feels like you can hear him go,
He still
which
gets his attack of opportunity.
the branded one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to take that. But the branded one, you hear that and you understand that he's saying, basically, this guy's a pussy. I'm going for the other one. But not before getting his opportunity attack for another 4
Only-
slashing.
Only Ewan understood that. Be like, forget the badass. I'm killing this one.
Not only am I
And-
killing him, I'm ripping him apart.
And it instead moves over here and will be striking at Lux. So it still has 2 claw attacks. That misses. Does 17 hit you?
Negatron.
And then bite. That's a miss. All right. And then, the other Zorn. So that one.
There's on one side of the table with. I just picture them both. They like stand up and begin beating down on the other one.
So actually, yeah, it stands up, it sees Vegnog trying to hide behind it, and you can see it pick up rocks from the ground and start like pelting them from above. So with the thing there, I'm gonna give you cover for that, Vegnog, so you get a +2 to your AC.
Oh,
So first one, 16, I assume that misses.
that misses.
18, I assume that misses.
Yeah.
And then, all right. So you managed to avoid all 3 stone attacks. And then he puts himself back into an advantageous position with the cover. All right. Branded one is up. Trebek on deck. Blade in the hole.
So I will first I will yell loudly in primordial. We have no quarrel with you. Any of you that backs up against the wall and lowers your arms, we will not kill. But you have attacked us, and so in the meantime, and then I will step forward, and I will on the one that is attacking Lux at the moment. Not that one. Where'd it go? Oh, here. I am going to use a blessed flare. I'll find it in my list of attacks. There it is.
I'd imagine that Vegnog would just be very confused to hear like this guttural sound coming out of the branded one.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it sounds like rocks in a tumbler. Like I'm like,
Yeah. So on a hit. Oh, this is just your cantrip.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. And it causes him great pain as it does full damage. And in response, the one that you hit goes, which is basically branded one would understand. It's fuck you, get out.
Go shit rocks.
um, and then you hear another one say, which branded one you understand means maybe we can use them for our experiments. And then anything else you're doing, branded one?
No, that's my turn.
All right. Oh, and that guy, he emits 5-foot light. So, all right, Trebek is up, Blade on deck, Lux in the hole.
So let me move him. I don't know how to move him into the other room, but he would go next to the one that's attacking Lux.
Okay.
And then
Right here?
just yes, and then attack with his silver greatsword. But not hurt him.
Yeah. So we're at the top of the round. I just want to check in really quick. Frank, how are you doing?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So actually, Frank, you are, I'm gonna, why is,
See the one hiding behind the table? Is that him?
He pops up out of that ring in the middle of the room.
The hell's going on up here?
Hey, where'd my entrails go?
Like from a birthday cake.
so you can use the our rules for the downed characters since you're not actually here right now. You can go ahead and do this. So you have 3 spirit points that you can use. And just to keep in mind, you can use these spirit points at any time during the round.
Okay.
And so you can start doing that to affect the outcome of what's going on.
Okay. Should I roll initiative?
No, actually, it doesn't really matter because you can use them at any time. So you can even, like, if you look at them, it says that you add something to somebody's attack roll or whatever.
Okay. All right.
So, it's kind of, you are interrupting or you're acting on other people's actions. to
Okay,
support
got it.
them.
Okay.
So, and this round, because you weren't able to use it last round, you can get 4 spirit points for this round.
Okay, got it.
All right, so Blade, you're up. Lux on deck, Ewan in the hole.
Blade is going to he is going to get up and because I imagine like those rocks are bouncing off of his shield, and he's going to get up and attempt to reach over with his arm blade and try to stab the Zorn in whatever hole he finds best.
Okay.
It could be in the top hole, it could be in the eye hole.
As long as it's a hole.
Yeah, he's going right for it.
Ooh, you found the right hole.
Is the sword of the destroyer? What kind of sword is it? Is it a short sword? Is it a long sword? It was never really specified.
It was a short sword, I believe, because that's what you can use and benefit from.
Yes, okay. Well then. I wrote it down as a longsword, so I'll fix that. So just minus
Well, you need to roll to confirm.
oh yeah, my bad.
Okay, so it's not confirmed, but it is a crit, so it does deal max damage. So 1d6 plus your dex plus whatever the bonus is and any other things.
Sneak attack.
5 plus, yeah, I gotta fix this. I'll do that.
Oh, and you
after
also
this
get
turn.
your sneak attack because you did
Yep.
insightful fighting.
Yep, so that's 8 regular damage, and then sneak attack is
No, it
Is
should
the
be
sneak
11
attack max too?
because it's maxed, and yeah, your sneak attack is all maxed.
max. All right, so
So
24 plus
Plus 11.
11,
so 35.
35 piercing.
You almost rolled max
And-
anyway.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Okay. This is. So, yeah, he reaches over and he finds the hole, which would be the open one at the top with all the teeth. And he slides it through, a few of the teeth. And do these things bleed?
They do not.
Uh-oh, how we been able to kill it.
But you do get a satisfying crunch as you're doing it, and you can hear it like groan, like
And then Vegnog will duck back behind the table.
okay. Much like the other attacks, just because its flesh is so hard, your sword isn't quite as effective as you would have hoped.
That's fair.
Anything
Um,
else you're doing?
Yes. Let's see, what's the thing I'm looking for
Running action.
the actions I can do with the bonus action.
Yeah, it's
Forgot the
cunning
name.
action. Cunning
Cunning
action.
action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can disengage, you can dash, you can
Hide.
aim, you could hide.
Yeah, is there anywhere I could hide?
No, there's nothing that would provide enough cover for you to be able to hide.
Yeah. so
I can
guess
give you
I-
additional action if you like.
Where is your character?
He's here in spirit form.
Yeah, in spirit, yes.
Oh, okay.
He
No,
died in
I'm good,
character
I'm-
creation. You
Yep.
you never saw it.
Yeah.
He
Didn't
was
make it
born
out.
dead.
So then Blade is done. He's not gonna do anything with this bonus action.
There is a sleeping bag. It would be funny if he hid in the sleeping bag.
Man, he went to bed and he woke up dead. Man, how do you wake up dead?
So yeah, Blade, do you want to take the Frank's extra action?
Sure. I mean,
mean,
all he would do is try to attack him again. So, like, I mean, if there's someone who has a better use for that.
Well, the action is limited to one attack, cantrip, or dash. So
So you can get out of there or attack again if you like.
You know what? I'm gonna save that
Okay,
for a time when we could really use it.
got it.
okay, well, Frank gets
so-
to do this each round.
Yeah,
Oh, he gets to do it
I-
each round.
yeah.
Okay,
I
this
got
is
4
like
points to
one-
spend. So
3
Oh,
normally,
okay.
but for
Alright.
this round
Yeah.
he gets 4. Do you not see on the share screen the rules that are up for dead characters? I'll put it up again if you need it.
Oh, I do see it. I wasn't looking at your screen though. Okay, well then I will attack them.
Okay. So Frank, keep track of the
Yeah,
two
got
that
it.
you spent there. And that one is
it's-
just barely a hit.
It's 6 plus. Yeah, just 6. 'Cause sneak attack doesn't count.
All right.
As he jams it in the hole again.
He doesn't quite find the same purchase that he did before, but
You can
I
reach from
think
here.
Blade would be satisfied.
And that's
Blade is a
my turn.
risk taker. This is the creature that eats diamonds, and you're shoving your sword in there.
All right, Lux, you're up. Ewan on deck, Zorn badass in the hole.
All right. So seeing you and try to attack this thing and then complain. Apparently, yeah, his fists aren't tough enough. I've got just the thing, so I'm gonna reach in and grab out the taint stone and smash this sucker with it. How you like that?
The taint stone sounds like the perfect thing to have put in the fake mouth.
Does it look like it does damage?
What is, you know what, I'm trying to think about sure. Yeah, I would say that it does. I would say that it does full damage. And you hit too, so.
Does it look like it does damage?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it
Okay.
does, it does full damage.
Good. And I whack it again.
All right.
And I'm gonna make that, I can make that a stunning strike, right? Melee attack.
Yes, you can. You can make both of them stunning strikes.
I'll just use one. So I'll burn key Kai
Yeah. All right. So that's what's the
DC
DC?
14. It's written on my sheet. That's how I know. We don't spend 5
Nice.
minutes me trying to figure it out.
Oh, you got a 15.
Okay. Let's see. Mhm.
Did you want to do your martial arts?
What's the martial arts? That's the
So you can take a bonus action to do another unarmed strike, or you
Right.
can use your flurry of blows and take 2 strikes, but that costs a Kai point.
okay. I'll just do a straight up unarmed strike then. See what happens.
Okay.
You can get advantage on that.
Good.
And that's a hit. Oh, wait a minute. I was looking at the Constitution.
Wow, I haven't even rolled. Okay.
Sorry, no, that's actually a miss. My bad. And actually, Bird, it's you can grant 1d4 to an attack roll. You can't grant advantage.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I saw the skill or ability. I was looking at the bottom one, the one
Okay.
underneath it, but yeah, got it. Misread
Okay.
that.
Either way, there's Peter, you're not in range with a d4
Oh,
to hit. So anything else you want to do?
no, that's it.
All right. Ewan, you're up and you're prone. Zorn badass on deck, Zorn in the hole.
Well, I stand up.
Okay, that's good,
and
because
I-
otherwise the thing was going to take advantage of you
yeah,
in more ways than one.
I'm going to punch it several times.
Okay,
So punch,
it's a hit,
punch. Yeah.
it's a miss.
I'll use a Moxie and give him the old one too. Fuck you.
The first one hits anyways.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to do?
Let me confirm here. Yeah, that's a bonus action. I was just looking at my maneuvers that I have, but they require a bonus action, which means going full swing here doesn't quite work out unless I use an action point. I suppose maybe
You could use an action point.
if I use an action point, do I only get the action or the bonus action?
Yes.
How lucky you feeling, Begnog? I mean, Blade.
I'm feeling pretty damn lucky.
All right, fuck it.
As long as I can find the right hole.
I am going to take an action point, use an action point to use my commander's strike. I'm going to have you attack. You get an extra attack right now. You got to use your reaction to do it.
Pocket sand.
Or sneak attack. You do get the sneak attack.
You do because it's a different turn.
I guess I
But-
can't. Can I use an action point to reroll that?
You can.
Or is that
You can use an action point
Alright.
to reroll that if you want.
And give you 1d4 if that helps.
well, actually, I'm not gonna use an action point because when I miss, I can choose to make the hit a success with this sword.
Yeah, also,
I can do
you
it
have
once
a,
a short rest.
you're rolling D20 plus 2. Is that all you get? Like your dex is higher than 0 and the
Oh,
sword.
yeah, that's
counting,
because I
and you
said
got-
that. I said it as a long sword. Yeah, it to be a 15, but yeah, I said this is a long sword. That's why.
So that does, if
I gotta
you
fix that.
were, if Frank could give you a
give you-
D4.
Yeah, I
And
give you
if you rolled a
d4.
4, you could make that a hit without using your action point.
Yeah,
you
that's a
Did you
What's
say-
your
that's a
what's your
25
dexterity blade?
it's 5. Yeah, it's so it'd be a
5, and then
Ah.
you guys have a +3
Right.
proficiency bonus, so that's 8. And then you also, that's a magic weapon, right? Is it plus? Does it have a plus to
yeah.
it?
So it'd be 18,
Yeah. So
So
if you got a
18
D4,
and
you
then-
definitely hit.
Yeah, so
Okay.
and you don't even need to roll the D4. Frank, you want to spend that last spirit point for the
Yeah.
round?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a hit. And you can apply your sneak attack.
And also an extra d6 from my superiority dice.
All right, so it's 9 damage, and then
I can roll it.
No, Wait a
I'll do
minute,
the-
what?
the-
D16
Yeah,
plus 5.
Sorry,
You need to,
1d6. Yeah,
you should
so
just
it's 6
join,
damage.
you should join the rest of us in having Blade character sheet in Roll20, so you don't have this crossover stuff.
See,
What
roll
The
20 is angry
actual
with you.
fuck just happened.
Roll 20 is angry with you. I see your D16 and I'll give you the lowest roll you can get.
Thank God you didn't
Not
use
quite,
an
it's
action point for that.
Action point. Action
Almost.
point.
You can't
Oh
use an
my
action point
God.
to reroll hit damage, can you?
No.
Yeah, there you go.
So then it's 11, 13.
Yeah, really killing it here. Let me fix that stupid thing now.
in my head, that was way grander than it was, than it actually was. Like,
All right.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get this ability so that I can give Vegnog another chance to roll some sneak attack damage during a turn.
Yeah. Any
And
other
then-
day.
And then
Any
it
other roll.
pulls some bullshit like this, which is like literally like the opposite of your last roll.
Yeah, they
So dumb.
sometimes that happens.
All right. Well, the Zorn badass is gonna step up and start attacking. So all of it on Ewan. So first attack, that's a miss. Second,
Uh-oh.
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 chance for critical miss, but it's not.
It never fucking is. I'm never that lucky.
Third attack. So let's see if that's a confirm. It's
And to think, watching Wizards of the Coast wanted to take this joy away from Mike in one D&D.
Yeah.
Frank might level up before his character's
Yeah.
It'll be really funny when
Oh,
Bird's character levels up.
And he's not even in the fight.
He isn't,
So,
Stuart.
26. So you're knocked prone, disarmed, and
Listen, I already did the disarming thing. All right. I
and-
just
and
got
so-
it back.
So the wrap that you use to empower your fists has been knocked away from you.
That makes no sense. Wrap of what?
It's just
What do you mean? The thing that you've wrapped your fist in that you connected the dragon shard to.
I figured
got-
that fucking thing was in my pocket.
No, it's got to be bonded to the weapon. You can't just
Exactly.
have it attached to you and it's all of a sudden now you're
But I got two
Fists.
weapons. What do you mean?
Yeah, Ewan is the weapon.
I am the weapon. Sometimes I
Yeah.
throw shit. Obviously, it's not on that. I know, but I am the weapon.
well, it's not just in your pocket.
That it was knocked out of your pocket.
Yes. And have it secure.
So you're once again prone and you're disarmed in a random direction. So 1d4 times 10 feet away. So 30 feet away.
That's
So-
the damage.
We'll roll a d10 to see which direction. 3. So 1, 1, 2, 3. So in this direction. So it lands over here.
That's where the shard goes.
The
Or the
dragon
rat,
shard,
like-
yes. So we're gonna put a little. I'm gonna put Walla Walla there to represent. Oh, I can't do that. I have to do it in this one.
I just like I get up, I get a couple of good hits on this motherfucker. Some bullshit happens. He knocks me over. The shard goes flying. And I'm just
All
like,
right.
what the son of a bitch?
So. And then you also take double max damage, which from his claw attack is 11, so 22 damage.
That will
And since you're prone, now his final attack is going to be with advantage against you.
I'm going to just quickly do my bloodied but unbowed. And we'll get some temporary hit points to mitigate this.
All right, so his bite hits and you take 18 damage.
Level plus con.
Is there a way I can see people's health?
Um,
No, but Ewan's getting his ass kicked.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah.
do you not see it on the shared screen?
Oh, okay, yeah, over there. Got it.
So, all right, so that's the Zorn badass, and now the regular Zorn. So, this one is going to attack Trebek. So, claw, miss. Does that hit Trebek? 21.
Not sure what his AC is. It does.
All right. And another. And then does a 19 hit him?
It does.
Oof. So this thing is just laying into Trebek. And this Zorn, being totally fucking done with what's going on here, uses one of his claw attacks to knock away the table, and then runs up directly on top of Blade and starts swinging at him. So first attack, miss. 17 hit.
Miss.
Ooh, chance for critical fumble. And it
Also
is a
miss.
critical fumble.
Wow,
Go ahead and roll the D100.
Surprised he didn't run over there and grab that dragon shard and eat it.
Oh yeah, that would have been
Symbolically,
cool.
symbolically killing Walla Walla.
54.
uh,
Yeah. Hold up.
okay, 54. So let's see. Oh, it's a critical hit.
Critical fumble.
So
Yeah.
he takes a level of exhaustion.
But he's immune.
No, he's not immune. If he were immune, I'd say that to re-roll. So he misses with that. So then that was his third claw attack. So now he's got a bite. And he misses with that. It's getting very frustrated not being able to hit Vegnog. And now Branded one, you're up. Trebek on deck and Blade on the hole.
So I can't tell, like, is the door's 15 feet wide?
Yeah.
So can I see you in then?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will again repeat in, although that round did not go well for us, but nonetheless, I will repeat that if they back against the wall, we will cease to try to kill them. But then I'm going to use sorcery point to distantly cast a 3rd level Cure Light Wounds on Ewan. Find it, where to go. You can tell I've been playing this game too long because I still call it Cure Light Wounds.
Yeah, I noticed. I was gonna say that's old terminology.
So 21 you get back. And that's my turn.
All right. Trebek is up, Branded or Blade on deck, and Buck's in the hole.
So
There's the erase.
oh. Trebek will swing his sword again, hopefully hitting this time. There you go.
Yeah, that definitely hits. It's silver. All right. These things seem pretty robust still, by the way. They don't seem like they're really hurting too badly. All right. Blade is up. Lux on deck, you in the hole.
Hmm. Blade is going to swipe at him with his sword again.
That's a
It's
miss.
a 16.
Although
And then
if Frank wants to use a spirit point, it's within range.
Yeah, is either that or you and I can get you some more healing. But that would use all my points.
I'm at like, I'm at around half health.
Yeah. I mean, I can get you 2d8 plus 3. If I do that, it uses all my points, or I can get you plus 1d4 on that.
probably the health would probably be better.
Okay.
Use of points. So Begnog tries to jam it again through the gnashing teeth. The blade glances off. And I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage and move back towards the door.
Do you want to go into the room? Into the head?
No. Like, he's
Okay.
gonna like stand near the door and like be ready to jump back if he needs to.
Okay. Frank,
And
you can
that's
go
my
ahead
turn.
and use that healing now if you want. You don't have to wait till Ewan's turn. You're muted.
I know how to add 3, but plus 3 to that.
All right, so Ewan, you heal 12 additional hit points. Lux, you're up. Ewan on deck. Badass in the hole.
All right, so this thing doesn't look like it's taking a whole lot of damage.
No. Although your rock has been the most effective thing striking them other than the branded one's magic.
Okay. No, whack it again.
It's a hit.
I'm going to use a key point for a stunning strike.
Also, as you strike it, it knocks off some of its hide, kind of cracks, and you see cracks kind of emanating throughout. And then you want to stun.
Yeah. Oh,
All right, let's confirm it,
let's use an action point.
or that.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Okay.
Do you want a bonus action attack, or you want a flurry?
Well, Ewan goes after me. Just do bonus action and punch it.
Okay. That's a hit. Yeah, the one that you're attacking is definitely in the most harm. Ewan, you're up and you're prone. Badass on deck. Zorn in the hole.
Well, I stand up again. Uh, I mean, I guess I don't know, dude. I'll just, I got one thing that I do, and that's hit things.
Mhm.
So that's what I will do, I guess. Though it would take some effort. I have to, hold on. I'll just roll the improvised weapons because I currently, with the shard gone, I'm losing the +1. Maybe I should just go grab it. Might be a good idea. I will get up and take the dodge action and then move.
Okay, you're
5.
taking the dodge action or disengage?
I'm going to dodge.
Okay, so you still draw an attack of opportunity. It's
Mhm.
just at disadvantage.
Right.
It's gonna go for a bite.
Yes.
Okay,
I don't know if I could reach it from here. If I have to actually move that last foot or last 5 feet.
because it's a small item. Yeah, you need to be in the square.
Well, I mean, I can't move anymore, unfortunately, because I had to get
He
up.
got up.
Unless I got it. I don't think I have anything that says I can get up. Normally, or like. I don't think I got anything. So I did an action and I moved. You know what? Fuck it. Hey, Vegnog. Hit that guy again.
Yes, it would
My
be my
commander's-
pleasure.
Commander strike.
Which one?
The same one he's been hitting.
Okay,
Oh
So-
no.
yeah, first of all, so Vagnog, you have to move at the guy in order to use it.
Oh, do I?
Yeah,
Okay.
unless you're gonna take out your crossbow.
I feel like that would be not good at this point, so I'll move closer. And do my critical miss. But I will use an action point to re-roll that.
Okay. And that's a hit.
That's
better.
better. And I fix the damage, so it'll work now. So it's
Okay.
22 total.
24 with my superiority dice.
Okay. The same cracks that appeared in the first Zorn are now showing up in the second one.
And then I sort of just righted myself. It's like, come on. It's saying over.
All right. And you hear it go, which the branded one recognizes as, well, I'm gonna type that one to you.
And I'll just respond
Not
with, you
safe.
sound like shit. You sound like you sound like a water elemental passing gas.
And then it begins moving 5, 10, 15, 20, and it kicks, uses a claw attack to kick the item away.
I'm gonna use my sentinel attack to hit it.
It's not attacking an ally.
It hit something else that's not me.
Put Sentinel up. Let me read
Yeah,
it.
let's have a look here. I don't know it.
Let's examine it.
I'll get on Twitter and talk to Crawford.
Another target other than you.
I mean,
Okay, I'll allow it.
Yeah, let's just technically minus one.
Did kicking it count as an attack though?
He said he used one of his attacks
Okay.
to do that.
Yeah. So that's a hit.
Again,
So
technically
Zorn-
minus one on both of those on to hit and damage.
Oh, okay.
I haven't taken it away.
All right.
I had intended to grab the thing first before making another attack.
Yeah, I figured. So it's going to then begin attacking you.
With disadvantage.
The Zorn learns the painful lesson that he should have just used an object interaction to pick it up and swallow it.
Because I'm still dodging.
Oh yeah, you are, aren't you?
This is why I take the dodge instead of disengage. Because it lasts longer.
Yeah, it doesn't have any more movement, so it's gonna attack you with disadvantage. All right, let's see if that is a successful fumble. It is a
That misses.
successful fumble. So go ahead and roll your D100.
Oh, fucking.
12. His disarmed doesn't apply. You can roll again. He stumbles and moves 10 feet, which provokes attacks of opportunity.
Well, I
So,
already used my reaction, so
he's gonna stumble here, and here. But it does work out in your favor because he doesn't have enough movement to get at you. So it's a fairly effective fumble.
where's the shard?
It's in the darkness.
He kicked it like way the fuck off here.
Yeah,
What a dick.
yeah. I mean, be glad he didn't eat it, just like Kurt said. He could have ate it. It is a gemstone. Probably should have eaten it. I wish he had eaten it.
Then you get to come up with rules for what happens to everybody in the room when he eats a dragon shard.
Worst gas ever. All right. So the Zorn that Lux is attacking is going to switch its attention to her since it's more of a threat than Trebek. So first attack against Lux. 17 hit.
nope.
Second attack. Third attack. Fourth attack. That one might hit. So roll to confirm. It's not confirmed, but it is still max damage, which is 21. And then the other one on Vegnog. So this one actually is going to act on what the other one said and begin running towards here. Now, Vegna, you get an attack of opportunity.
I don't think so. Because
Oh,
I
you
used
used
the
your reaction for the commander strike.
And I used my reaction for commander strike.
Right. So he goes off into the darkness. Who knows what he did? Brandon one, you're up. Trebek on deck, Blade in the hole.
So I will yell to everyone that they think the gem is a weapon. So whatever gems they have, you've got to get them back. Because I have no idea what they're talking about. And then I am going to shoot at the one between Trebek and Lux with Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Let's find that. So first attack. I think that's a miss.
After that first attack, it actually is not a miss. But with that first ray strike, you see that it does no damage to the creature.
Okay, so I will let the rest of the spell fizzle then. Because why bother? Can I do that, or do I have to like direct them somewhere? Now I'm
No,
just
you
afraid
can-
of the critical fumble.
No, you can just have the spell fizzle. That's fine.
Okay, and then I will I'm gonna use Armor of Faith, I think. What's the range on that? Oh, so I have to actually move to do this. Trebek's out of the way. So I'm gonna move up like right next to Lux and adjacent to Trebek.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use then I will use
Right
Armor
here?
of Faith. Yes, right there. Even though that does put me like in striking distance. But then I'm gonna use Armor of Faith, so to give Trebek, let's see.
No, you're not in striking distance. Trebek and Lux are in front of you.
Oh,
The-
okay.
the
I'm
creature is
lying.
here.
I thought, yeah, I thought Lux was right beneath it. So that's fine. So Trebek basically gets 13 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And then Trebek is actually going to start backing up, so it gets an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And
Miss.
it misses. And then he's going to drop his sword and instead draw the Rifle of the Damned. Where is that? And then he'll fire at the one that was attacking him in Lux.
Okay. That is just barely a miss,
Oh, well.
as
That's
the
his
ones
turn.
that are cracked seem to be easier to hit.
So that's his turn.
Okay. Blade, you're up. Lux on deck. Ewan in the hole. Frank, your
You know-
spirit points have resumed. or
Right, I'm sorry.
regenerated.
He's gonna use his action point that I forgot he had.
Oh yeah.
And he's gonna take a second shot. Boom.
Boom.
Now let's see if he can.
Well played.
Yep.
Just barely missed. But wait. Oh,
Can
Frank, do you have any
Frank's
spirit
out of
points left?
No, I used it for healing.
Oh,
Used all
Oh,
three.
well.
that's too bad, but it's still max damage, which
So 10
is
damage.
10, yeah. And it takes the full 10, as it is not resistant to necrotic. All right, so Blade, you're up. Lux on deck. Ewan in the hole.
Blade's going to run after one that's scrambling in the darkness. Now, is this darkness that I can see through, or is this? Because
Oh,
like, yeah, is this darkness can I see through? Like, if I follow it, 'cause-
Ewan's tubes aren't generating their full.
oh, it's Ewan's that, okay, his tubes
Yeah.
are generating the light.
So
Gotcha.
in that sense, actually, I take it back. You would have seen this guy pick up the gem and eat it.
Okay.
So how do you want to? What do you want to do, Vegnog or Blade?
Blade was gonna run up and continue attacking it.
Okay.
And
That's a miss,
it's
but it is a new round,
and
and it is in range. If Frank wants to use a spirit point, can't hear you.
Yes, add 1d4 to that. Do I roll that or just he? Okay.
Yeah, it's he
16.
rolls it, so that turns it into a hit.
nice. Man, what the hell is up with the sneak attack damage? It's garbage. 18.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to do?
He's gonna use his bonus action to disengage and get back. Now, did he destroy the table? Or did he just throw it aside?
He threw it aside. So it's kind of over here somewhere now.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Then my action stands, so that's my turn.
Okay. Lux, you're up. Ewan on deck. Badass in the hole.
Gonna hit him again.
That's a hit. And it's an effective one. He is looking pretty busted. And you can go ahead and describe how he eats it.
Okay, so whack him once with that stone and then raise up again, and he tries to block it, but it just like knocks his claw away and it goes right through his head. Is he like a lobster and it's like all like lobstery out under his carapace, his shell, his whatever?
It's not really a shell. It's kind of made of the same substance all the way through.
Oh, okay. All right. So, and then you see like his life force sort of leave and Lux absorbs it, which of course doesn't stack, which is complete bullshit. But take that, put that in your D&D 1.
I mean, if temporary hit points stacked, then Ewan's character would be so OP.
I'm good. I'm good with that.
All right.
Okay,
Anything
I'll
else
move
you want
into
to
the
do?
room. Shit. So I come into the room and did I see the dragon shard get knocked away? I guess I probably did, right?
It was definitely in your field of view, the first knock. The second one, no.
Okay. So I come into the room, I was like, where's the dragon shard?
Son of a bitch ate it.
I still have a movement, right?
Yeah.
Left of my movement.
How high is the ceiling? You might be able to jump the whole distance.
Can I jump to the guy who did it?
So you did what?
The guy who ate it, can I jump to get to him? 10, 15,
You wouldn't know that he ate it unless somebody told you.
They just, you
just
just
did.
said some bitch
It's-
ate it.
Oh, I
Right,
just,
but you don't
okay.
know, you don't know which son of a bitch
Oh.
necessarily.
No, but Ewan does, and I imagine he points him out. So
When-
you'd be able to know it was
They're
this
both in
guy.
a line, so even if he pointed, they're in a line.
Oh, that's, yeah. I'm gonna leave it up to you, Lux, how you interpret that.
We can gesture. We know how to gesture. Like that one.
10, 15, 25. Okay. Okay. Can I, let's see. So I can long jump 30 feet. Without a running start. So I can get to right here. I'm
Right.
gonna burn an action point. And I'm
Okay.
gonna give this dude the Heimlich. That motherfucker's coming up.
Okay.
Where are the Heimlich rules? Is that in the DFG?
Then D&D 1 they're working on.
I got a supplement.
Okay, so here's how we'll do it. We'll do it to we'll use some of the new 1D&D grapple type rules. So Lux, go ahead and make an attack roll with an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Hit that diaphragm.
Okay, so that's a hit. So it doesn't do any damage, but now he needs to make a Constitution save against your grapple DC, which
I'm gonna give him
is,
advantage on that.
well, it's the Zorn that's making the save.
Oh yeah, but okay.
Um,
Can I give him disadvantage?
no, you can't do that, unfortunately. But it is, so your grapple DC is your, so 8 plus your proficiency bonus, which is 11, and your dexterity bonus, which I assume is a plus 5.
So 16.
Okay. The thing spits it up,
It's like a jump ball,
lands right there.
just shoots into the air.
We're at the action point.
All right, anything else you want to do, Lux?
I think I mean, I got him grappled, I guess bonus. I don't know.
He's not grappled.
Oh no, okay.
You punched him hard enough to get it out.
Okay. So I guess
I can give you additional action.
I've got a bonus action. I could whack him with the stone, right?
Yes. Let's confirm it.
No.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh, this is how Lux dies.
Oh no. Okay. Roll to confirm that one. Okay.
The spirit fucked him.
What I get for helping Ewan.
That's not your fault. That spirit gave you the extra action. Blame them.
No, this is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what this one is? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
So it's not a mega fail, but it
That's
is
a
a pretty big
Still
fail.
a
So
fail?
we're gonna say we're gonna roll the fumble chart twice and get add both results. So
Good.
it's a 36, which You move at half speed until you're magically healed.
You jump
Uh,
anywhere, everywhere anyway, so
and 85. And you take max weapon damage. So you somehow lunk yourself in the head. So you try to strike the thing and you hit it in a place where its hide is still pretty resilient, and actually you don't expect it, and the stone bounces and hits you in the head.
Yeah.
And I'll say you're able to catch it, but the bonk not only does damage, but now you're kind of dizzy,
Dazed.
and so you can't move at your full speed.
Okay.
deflect missile, deflect missile.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I guess I could.
Um, I'm gonna say you can't deflect the missile, but your deflect missile allows you to catch it rather
Okay,
than having it
that's
just
fair
drop
enough.
to the
So
floor.
how much damage? I take the max damage or whatever this thing does.
Yeah, so you
So
take
11.
11.
Okay. Let's see how many temporary hit points I have. I think that was all my temporary hit points. All right.
Anything else you want to do?
I think I've done enough.
You and you're up. Badass on deck. Zorn in the hole.
I don't know. The main thing is like I could get over there, but I don't know if I could like then equip it. You know what I mean?
It's going to take an action to equip it.
So maybe I just get over there and
I can give you an extra action if you need
There,
it.
yeah, there you go. That's where we need it.
Yeah, I'd allow that.
all right. I was figuring I would just like take it and pocket it for now. And I guess again I have to be in the space, right? So
Yeah.
roll 20 is being pretty slow, even for me now. So so I'll just I'll pick it up. I'll just slide in there, grab it,
Mhm.
pocket. And then I'm gonna
So the extra action is you pocketing it, or well, no, you have an extra action that Frank has given you. So you could use that as the one that equips it. And then you can take your regular action.
oh, okay. Yeah, all right. If that works, then I'll do that. Yeah. So I'll just do that and then hit this guy. I'll just hit this guy.
Yeah.
Seems fine. Punch. Fuck
Miss.
you. Punch.
That's a hit.
Cool. I will bonus action brace up, get some temporary hit points. 12.
Okay.
That's it for me.
All right. Zorn badass, seeing its dead friend goes, which I will send to the branded one. And it goes. And even though it's right there next to Trebek, it uses its action to begin pounding on the portal on the floor.
And that's when I will yell, it's warning the others, whoever they are.
And then the Zorn is going to focus its attacks on. Why am I seeing? Okay, Walla Walla's thing was covering up Ewan's
Yes.
stats, so it looked like he had 3 hit points out of 3.
Nope, not quite. I ain't like that.
So the Zorn is going to begin attacking both Lux and Ewan. So its claw strikes are going to be at Lux. So first attack,
Yep.
second attack, ooh, potential, but no.
No.
Third attack, miss, and then one against Ewan, which is also going to miss.
Hey, you know what it means? Sentinel time. God, fucking
It's a miss.
piece of shit.
Branded one is up. Trebek on deck. Blade in the hole.
Rolling like
Uh,
shit.
So now I will move into the room, standing next to Blade.
Okay, let me move you in there. Here.
Yep. It's not too much I could do to stop the badass one. So how I don't necessarily know what frame of reference I have, but how rough does the badass one look versus the other one, the exhausted one?
It doesn't look bad at all.
So then I will probably just here and see. So I'm gonna grab myself. I will move here. And then I'm going to attack the one that looks bad.
Okay.
Because I also want to have a talk about how we just every fight we just divide all of our attacks, and it takes us twice as long to run these fights. Or we attack like the strongest one first, so that all the weak ones can continue to attack us endlessly. But then I am just going to oh, not good enough.
It is just barely in range if Frank has any spirit points left. to bring
Yes.
it to
Yes. You use add a 1d4.
just shy.
Oh, well.
Needed 15.
That's my turn.
All right. And then Trebek.
And then Trebek has already dropped his silvered sword. So he's got his rifle in his hand. So he will 5, 10. So this is where the 15-foot range of his blast version ends. So I'm assuming that Blade is not in range as he's
not.
going to blast the one that's right in front of him.
Okay. All right.
Even if it was, it would have been fine.
Trebek is not actually going to make you dodge his attack.
So it's effective. All right. Blade, you're up. Lux on deck. Ewan in the hole.
Blade is going to continue, we're gonna, let's see. Let's make sure that this is. Yeah, he can make it. So he's gonna spend his movement to get here. And. Yeah. Get there. And. Swing.
Okay, that's a hit. is looking in real rough shape, but it's still up.
And that's gonna be his turn.
Okay. And you hear, after you strike that one, you hear it go. And the other one responds. And Lux, while you're figuring out what you're gonna do, I'll let the branded one know what they said.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna whack this one.
All right. So that's a hit,
Nice.
still up. And that finishes it off.
And again, you Lux like punches it with the rock, and it goes like right into it, and she pulls it back out, and it looks like some sort of spirit or essence of this creature she absorbs. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
Just pat you on the back. Go get him.
All right. Ewan, you're up. Badass on deck. Branded one in the hole.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna run over this motherfucker. Actually, yeah, hey, you know what? Hold on, because I was standing there. This that table, like, how is
The
it
table's
right
not there
now?
anymore.
Okay, so I could run and stand on top of this thing, the hatch here.
You could. It's not very stable footing.
Stand, yeah. I mean, I figured it's probably not taking up the whole space. Well, I guess maybe it is. Yeah. If there's something that wants to come up, I want to be in getting in the way of that.
Okay.
So, but then I'll start swinging. So anyway, I started blasting.
All right. That's a hit.
Punch.
That one's a hit.
And give him the old one too.
That one's a hit.
Dow. The two missed.
Actually, it hits as your third attack causes the cracks to form in its hide. So that's just barely a hit.
Sweet. I've done my thing.
All right. You hear it go.
You really do sound like shit.
And branded one, you would know that it's saying, if I go, I'm taking at least one of you with me. And it starts swiping at Trebek. First attack.
Uh-oh. That did not. That's enough to hit him.
Second attack.
That's a hit.
So 6 to Trebek, and then the other two attacks are going at Ewan. So it's a miss. And a miss.
Did you
Branded one
say?
is up.
Did you
Trebek on
say
deck.
that there was an attack at Trebek?
Yes.
Ah, delightful. Punch.
And that's a hit.
and Trebek's gonna get 10 health back.
Okay. Um. So now it is branded one on deck, Trebek in the hole.
So I will just fire at the badass one, my cantrip.
Okay. So that is very effective. And he looks like he is on the verge of collapse.
And Trebek is he'll drop the Rifle of the Damned and draw out Heaven's Fall.
It's a miss.
Yep.
What class is Trebek, by the way?
He doesn't really have a class. He's just
Okay.
Yeah, he's a retainer. So
Okay. 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 Yeah.
closest similarity would be Paladin.
Okay.
but without spells.
All right. So Blade is up, Lux on deck, Ewan in the hole.
Blade's going to run up and raise his sword and try to shove it down this one's hole.
And be successful.
Man, wish I could get all 4 sneak attack to work. Just give me 4 to work decently well. So that's 21 damage.
The creature drops to one knee. It is still alive, but it's just barely clinging to life.
We may want to talk to it. They were conducting some sort of experiments here. And there are its companions apparently below.
We could try knocking
Well,
it out.
then you must. Then you should probably start talking. You can understand these creatures, no?
So I will say to it in primordial, do you yield? We will not kill you if you yield.
In its language, it responds back to you. I will not help you.
It says no, kill it.
At this point, though, it's not fighting. It sees it's at the end. Lux, you're up.
You're muted.
Oh, missed Mike. I jump over there. Blah, 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 blah. Hit it with my taint stone. Take that.
And you kill it. There is an eerie quiet and an almost resonant quiet because of the way that sound is contained within the stone and metal composite material that makes up this space.
What did you overhear anything about these experiments?
Only that they thought one of them thought that we might be useful subjects. presumably to conduct these experiments on.
Eggnogg's gonna like look down and kind of like kick the legs that have been disembodied and are just kind of sitting there. Well,
I mean,
did they say they give any indication that there were more of them?
They definitely said that there were more of them. They wanted to warn the others below. That's what it was doing when it was banging on the hatch.
could it have been bluffing?
Possibly. But I'm
Maybe.
not sure if they knew that I was repeating what they said or what would be gained. Seems unlikely we were going to spontaneously retreat at that point. But possibly. And as I say this, I want to start like picking, just sort of going through this room, looking to see if there's anything that might be useful. Like if they were conducting experiments, is there any sign of that? Other than the legs that I didn't notice until Dustin pointed them out.
Do you want to use any kind of detect magic, or are you just doing like a mundane?
Yeah,
search?
I would take up my wand and spend a charge to cast detect magic again.
So there's some transmutational magic radiating from the band on this creature's arm.
So I would take that. And I don't know if there would be anything like any sort of writings in this room. Because I haven't seen the whole room yet, but I will also cast light and wander around and just make sure there's not like a book sitting somewhere that we're not seeing.
Okay. Light is 40 feet and 40 feet. Is that right?
I think it's 30 feet.
I mean, if he's bluffing or not, I mean, we have other doors here, right?
Yeah, I'm wrong. Light is 20 feet and 20 feet.
Okay.
Right, yeah. 20 and 20, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, there is this door here. There's also this door here.
What's the other
Uh,
thing?
That's a sack. It
And
looks
then
like
there's
it.
a chest.
Yeah, so the sack contains some clothes. The chest contains a bunch of gemstones.
It's their cupboard.
Yeah.
So are the clothes like Zorn clothes? Like
No.
three-legged pants? Oh,
No, they're
less
clothes.
interesting.
Yeah, they're clothes from probably some of the humanoids that they've captured. So the only thing, I mean, this entire structure vaguely radiates of magic. You're getting some very strong magic that seems to be, so your spell doesn't work through a certain amount of like steel, but through the cracks or some of the finer seams between the door, you can see some sparkles of evocation magic coming through.
There's some magic beyond this door. I say as how many gemstones are there?
There's a lot. There's some, any one of you could be very wealthy from.
So I am dumping out the clothes from the sack and just scooping gemstones.
Do they look like, are there teeth marks in them? Are they not been gnawed on or something?
Some of them do look like they're remnants of broken larger broken gems.
It's disgusting. It's like eating half a potato chip and then putting it back.
Um, Trebek, you see
Don't do
Trebek
it.
kind of wander about the room, and he comes over to this door, and he kind of listens behind it, and he motions and he indicates, I don't know why, but I feel like there's something behind this door that we need to find.
Got any inclination as to what this urge comes from?
Just a, I don't know, just kind of a hunch, I guess. I don't know where it came from, but it just kind of popped in there.
Well, that's good enough for me.
I'll take hunches for 500, Alex.
And Vegnog will, or not Veg, the Blade will get ready to go through the door. Though he saw Ewan get hit in the face with a rock last time, so he's going to avoid. Actually, I mean, maybe he would volunteer to open up the door, since he could probably dodge a rock.
You can dodge a rock, you can dodge a wrench.
Yeah, we should actually, if it's a rock, then we should probably put Lux in front so she could throw it back.
Oh yeah. The deflect missiles that she couldn't use on herself.
All right.
All right, so you it's easy to open the door. It's not locked or anything.
So before we go in there, are we gonna leave a person back? Because I thought for a second Ewan was gonna watch that. Is that like a trap door that he was standing on or something?
It's a
Yeah.
door down deeper into the construct.
Okay, we should probably have, if he wants to stay
Can
or I'll stay, we need to watch that, make sure we're not getting.
This how heavy are these fucking Zorn?
They're like 800 pounds. They're made of basically pure rock, so they're like
Drag him and put him
boulders.
on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good idea. I'll help. I'm not very strong. I'll
Yeah, I need another strong person to help me here. Not even I can push 800 pounds.
I think Trebek
I mean,
is
Trebek's
probably
like
strong
16.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah, we could, that's definitely what we need to do.
So Trebek will help.
Strength of 9 will not be helpful here.
So even with the two of you, it's gonna take some doing. So Ewan, give me an athletics check with advantage.
We have all sorts of like crowbars and adamantine poles, and like we have levers.
Yeah,
I think I
you
got
guys
this.
don't really need it. I mean, you're not doing it yourself, Ewan, but you feel like, you know, you managed to get it just right, so that was very quick and painless. So you get him over.
You don't roll to confirm?
Would
Yeah,
you
maybe
like
get
to
us out of
confirm?
Fernia if you roll another nat 20.
Yep.
What?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
man. Oh,
So and I forgot, Brandon one, did you take that band off the arm?
Yes. Sorry, I don't think I
So-
mentioned it, but I would have.
yeah, you said that.
FYI, these things' arms are very thick, so you realize that it's more likely that this is a belt rather than supposed to be an arm wrap. And and it looks like it has the buckle is fashioned after what looks to be a hill giant.
What kind of magic does it radiate?
Transmutation. So
Whatever could it be? Probably cursed.
Knowing
Even
Mike,
better.
definitely.
all right, so you guys opening that door?
Yep.
Can I get one of those like
Another
Can't-
door.
a cantrip heal?
Oh yeah, I can give, I should have said, how bad are people?
I could
Like-
use it like a little bit. Like
Yeah,
that.
I'm half down.
That cantrip heal is pretty effective for me because of my
Well,
periaptive
additionally, if you guys
wooden
want, you
pleasure.
can take a short rest.
There we go.
There is that. Technically, yeah. I mean, we could just take that 5, right? I'd get a lot of stuff back with that.
Yeah. So you guys could take a short rest. Then I'll mark it in the thing.
And then I'm gonna cast, because Trebek doesn't really benefit from that. So I will cast Cure Wounds on him twice.
Okay.
We doing anything with the belt?
Kurt,
I was good.
have you been marking the healing that Trebek is getting in his token?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't mark this 14 that he just got, but
Okay. Okay.
I expect I will investigate the belt.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to see. It's a belt of hill giant strength. Hence why that Zorn was a badass.
I actually really do like the idea though, that if like a Zorn were to eat a dragon shard, that it would become like a super Zorn. But that you can like beat it to the point where it coughs its stone up.
Alright,
So yeah, I will say this belt apparently enhances strength, so it's not exceptionally useful for me. I imagine Trebek or Ewan could use it to more effect.
It's like how?
Like I believe you would have the approximate strength of a hill giant.
Seems pretty good. I'm willing to take one for the team.
See your interest. Obviously, Trebek would say that that's fine.
Hill giants?
As he as he adjusts his, yeah, I think it's strength 19. No, gotta be
Yeah,
like
I'll-
20, 21.
it's 21 here. I'll
Yeah.
show you. I'll do the thing.
Julie.
But Trebek demurs and says, like, no, you take it, as he shifts in his adamantine full plate armor.
Cool.
It looks good on you. You look like you have strength of ox.
It's strength of a. It's yeah. Yep, definitely.
It does require attunement, so make sure you have enough attunement slots.
I don't think I have anything but the fucking.
Through a lot of that fight, I really was wishing that the Dragon Shard was just Walla Walla, because then the whole fight was so much funnier. Like Walla Walla gets swallowed and then gets coughed up.
Frank, so that you know, Walla Walla is a koala that the group had purchased, and then
At great cost, at great and unwise cost.
and then the person who was the biggest advocate for getting Walla Walla then died.
Ah, okay.
And
Is
when I
Walla
said,
is Walla
when-
Walla still alive?
Yes, he's just in the vehicle.
Ah, okay.
and,
Yeah.
and when he
very
says
angry.
the group purchased, he means Solomon purchased.
Yes.
Doesn't mean
It was not a joint decision.
And I'm sorry, who's Solomon?
Solomon was my old character. He was
Okay.
incredibly simple-minded,
Ah,
but cleric. So who needs to be a smart cleric?
He's the one that I told you about, Kurt or Frank, that got decapitated.
by the predator thing. Yeah.
So you guys, you've done your short rest. So Ewan, do you want to use any hit dice?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah. Um, okay, double the number. That's right. Yeah, perfect. Cool. I'm healed.
All right, so there's a second door. It seems no different than the other one, still fairly easy to open.
Move through.
All right, who's opening it?
Vegnon can open, or Blade can open it.
I'm glad that it's not just us forgetting that you've changed your name.
Yeah,
Still
I saw
Vegnog
old
in
habit.
the list. Bottom of the screen still says Vegnog.
Is it really? Oh,
In
let me
roll
fix
20.
that. I had to change it so many places. There we go. Yeah, old
So-
habits die hard.
As you enter this room, a few things strike you, but the most immediate thing is that there is a cage in front of you, and within it is a young girl that looks to be in ragged clothing with scars from slashes and bites all over her skin as she's in from those spots of her skin that are covered by the rags that she's currently wearing. And Frank, that's for you to come in and
Yep. She looks at all you guys very meekly and starts hiding in the back of the cage.
This imposing Warforged comes up with weapons still drawn. There's like this this blade, his arm, but this is kind of blade sticking out like a Wolverine style. What the manner of creature are you?
Sorry,
Are
Deez,
you a demon?
was it dark in here?
it was, yes.
Okay. So as her eyes start adjusting, she can clearly notices and sees that you guys aren't Zorn, and she steps forward and says, have you guys taken care of them? Have you killed all of them?
don't know about all of them. How many do you know of them?
Oof, I more than I can count. I've been here for a long time. If you can get me out of here, I need to get out of here right away.
Frank,
we-
also, I'm gonna send you a thing to remind you of something.
Yep.
And while this conversation is happening, I will have wandered over to whatever this machine looking thing is and the sigils on the floor. And what I'm guessing are like gemstones embedded in the wall. I'm not sure what the blue, green, and I think reddish thing are.
So as she sees you guys all coming in, she tells you that the pile of the sand is was the old guardian, but
No,
he's
no,
no
no,
longer.
no, not old. And
Oh,
as
hand,
she points,
Oh, okay. The is the guardian of the prison.
and as she points it out, you guys can see the sand. There's sand kind of all over this place, and it begins to shift and swirl. So each of you have a moment to decide what you want to do as this is all unfolding.
What? Wait, where?
Where is there
this
sand?
happening?
Throughout the room, there is sand covering the entire floor, and now it's beginning to. It's like a thin layer across the floor. It's not like this. You're like stepping through like a sand dune or anything, but there's a pretty good layer of sand, and it's now beginning to swirl and spin around the room, and it's building up in force and violence.
And is it swirling
She-
in a particular place or just circulating around the room?
Around the room.
She tells you immediately, watch out, get ready.
It's like
So I will walk back here then, get out of the room.
Care to elaborate?
It's the guardian.
Well, we could take a guardian. Hey, Vecna, get her out of there.
Vegnog is going to leap in. Does it look like I guess he's gonna leap towards the cage. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do much before the sands materialize.
Well, there is a lock, but this is your thing, being a rogue, and so you do have an opportunity to pick it fairly quickly. So you can go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check. You have thieves' tools, right?
Yeah, they're integrated into my armor.
Okay. You go ahead and add a D4 onto that as well.
$13.
I'm gonna say that's enough. The lock wasn't all that sophisticated, and it seems to have been makeshift anyways. So you are able to unlock it. Frank, your character would know that there, she has there's a bag with some of her stuff.
Mhm.
But you would know that you don't really have time to grab everything, but if you wanted to grab your weapon
Okay.
in quiver, that's right there, and you can do that fairly quickly.
Okay. Like now,
You get
or
to do chest
Yeah.
cavity.
okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I run over here, grab my bow, and yes, equip it.
I was like,
Um,
where's this thing meet up or form up? So we can get out of here. You got your stuff? Let's fucking go.
So, as you say that, Ewan, right here, the sand begins to coalesce at a point right here, and this is the creature that you see standing before you. Oh shit, what is this thing? Ah. And even though it was sand moments ago, it now stands before you looking like a creature made of jagged shards of glass coalesced together.
Well, all right. I expected him to be taller.
I just look at the branded one. Maybe he can talk to him.
Hey, get off her. So what do you guys want to do as this thing is forming? It seems to be still
Let's get
drawing
to other side of
in.
the door and shut it.
Right. I was just like trying to like gesture for them to move past. Come on, go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I start moving. Difficult terrain, I'm assuming.
No.
Okay.
As it's forming, you guys do have time to get out
Okay.
and shut the door.
Yeah, so that's what Blade would do.
So,
Is this
Frank, I'm
door
gonna send
like,
you
is there
some
any
more
gaps at the,
information.
are there any gaps at the bottom, or is the door like flush? So we wouldn't expect like it to like slide underneath.
They're French doors.
So the doors have mechanisms on each side of it that allow it to be opened. It doesn't appear that there are locks on the doors, and so somebody needs to physically hold the door shut.
Hmm.
And I sent you some information, Frank.
All right. As I'm donning my getting my armor on and equipping the rest of my stuff I grabbed from the crate, I tell you all quickly that the door won't hold that guardian. It always manages to get through. I've seen many previous people try and fail to close these doors, and it never has stopped it before.
Yet it didn't ever get you inside the cage.
Oh no, I mean I was captured. People have made their escape attempts previously. They had me for other reasons.
Is that thing working with the Zorn? or these three-legged things?
Yeah, yes, there's several other there's different creatures I've seen here and there. I don't know really many of them, but I've seen these smaller impy looking things, these longer reptilian things. There's a big Zorn with a big belt on its arm. He seemed to be one of the big ones in charge, and she looks over her shoulder and sees the corpse of it and grimaces and says, well, it looks like you guys took care of that one.
Got his belt too.
Looks good on you.
Well, how about we then form a line? What do you think? If it's coming through, might as well just take care of it.
Yep.
By the way, Frank, why don't you describe a little bit more what your character looks like? Because I captured the injuries, but not necessarily
So
other details.
she looks like she's a young half elf. She's basically young 20s, but definitely looks, beyond the injuries and ragged, torn garbs, like definitely a little worn. Definitely seen a decent amount of the world from what you can tell. Like it's not someone that's been living a comfy life. So there is scars, beaten up a little. She seems very comfortable with her bow, fleet-footed, and at least currently, sort of just broken inside, not really all quite there. She's running on adrenaline right now.
And then can each of you guys also describe your characters in more detail for Frank in terms of what he sees?
Right. So the branded one looks like the picture behind me. He has silvery skin, at least on his face. It begins to turn to like a mottle yellow when it gets much below his neck. You can see that there's a scar that seems to run entirely around his neck, almost as if he's been beheaded in the past. And his face is clearly burned, but the skin where the burns are, the skin has turned silver, along with his silver hair.
Okay.
Otherwise, he appears human.
Blade is a warforged. He's of the skinnier variety compared to more of a typical warforged that you'd see. He's a little bit smaller. And he's carrying a big shield that is solid. It looks like it's made out of solid gold. And it's just reflective and sheer. And his face is has a stern countenance to it. But he is like a light gray.
Okay.
Light gunmetal gray color.
Are your love handles out?
My love handles are currently retracted.
Got it.
Those come out for later.
I get Ewan is muscular dude, like mid-30s. Kind of probably pretty scruffy at the moment because of fucking where he's been for the past however long. But and then his arm, I can't really see it very well. His arm's got like some faint silver embedded in it. His right arm, that is. You wouldn't know, but he previously had a prosthetic there.
Yes, I did watch the episode where he had the baby arm.
Right. Normally he would have like a duster on, but it's kind of hot as fuck here. So
yeah, okay.
But he does have like various interesting weapons and such around his, around his belt and whatnot. There's like a boomerang that's been fun to use. But he seems like he's, right at home in sort of any environment. He can make a weapon out of anything.
Okay.
Lux is a half orc. She's green. She's about 5'10". She wears dark robes. It's hard to tell. I mean, she's definitely agile for her age. She's not very big for at least a half orc. Sandals. Like I said, she's old. At times, if you look at her, it looks she'll stare off like into the middle distance, or looks like she's got like 1,000-yard stare. But then kind of like comes to.
All right. Well, she says, "Well, my name is Melodia. Nice to meet all you guys. Let's kill this thing."
All right, so it is about 12:30, 1:30 for some of you. So do you guys want to move forward with the battle, or do you want to end it here and then continue next time with starting with the initiative?
I gotta wake up for work.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll call it there. Frank, sorry we didn't get more time to
Oh, no, it's fine.
introduce your character.
No, you told me what was on the docket, and I'm like, unless you have a secret for doing battles faster, I had no idea how you're going to do it. So,
So Frank, what'd you think first session?
I mean, I'm intrigued. Like I said, I'm still. I know next to nothing about Eberron, so just all you guys be prepared. So, outside of the crash course I took of watching some YouTube videos and Hawk spouting a whole bunch of names that I had no idea what they were. Yeah, so it's gonna be a little learning on the fly, but yeah, it seems I'm very interested. So
I don't know shit about the houses.
yeah, okay, yeah.
And I'm part of one.
So yeah, I successfully did not die my first session, so that's good. Didn't have a chance to, so that's good.
That's right. Right. You should have stayed in there longer.
Yeah. Just go back into the cage.
Yeah.
All right, so